have to thank every man that left me. I would have never been alone this long. and and really got to know myself. I feel that
Here we go with the foolishness.
devoting ourselves to this programming of love, and the truth is you got to love everything, not the poor guy that you that you decided to.
There you go. Wipe away the tears. All the rest of this was a bunch of cap, and this is the reality of what she's really feeling. She spent a lifetime alone, and she's really bitter and hurt about it, so she has to try to find a way to self-justify. But instead of being an elder stateswoman and telling the younger women what it's really all about, she's concocting this nonsense and foolishness again to self-justify herself. Wouldn't it be better if women learn to stop with this foolishness and to learn to cooperate with men and to find out and understand men and what they're about and what they want so that you can be what somebody else wants and cooperate with them, just as they need to take care of you. Likewise, men have to take care of the way same as men have to take care of women. Likewise, a woman has to take care of a man from the feminine that she needs to provide in his life. But what women think is men should just be there to be whatever women want as far as being directed by women, that women's views on life and relationship is everything that relationships should be made of. So however women view the world, however they expect men to show up, whatever they want men to be like, that's the way things should be. They take no interest to men's concerns, needs, and desires. And they believe from all of their dime store fairy tale novels and their princess fairy tales that the man is just supposed to show up and just fulfill every fantasy of her life. And what he gets out of the interaction is of no consequence. If you would drop that kind of mind state and focus on really understanding another person and their needs and comporting yourself to that, then you wouldn't end up here looking like this, talking this type of nonsense, and being in the type of position that this woman is in, making up these ridiculous stories and saying ridiculous nonsense about she's glad that men left her so she could find herself. What does that even mean? It means nothing, of course. There's she didn't have love in her life, which women crave. She didn't have relationship in that interaction that is necessary to the lifeblood of a woman. And so she's trying to replace it with she got to find herself. This is sad. And it doesn't have to be this way. But it's up to women to understand that they have to change as well. And if all the men on the planet, the fact that you couldn't find one to be with is not a reflection of men. You're the common denominator in your situation. It's you, lady. But it's sad, though, that she won't tell younger women the truth. But the truth that men have to understand is, and this is why so many men won't deal with older women, and not even talking this old, this is elderly woman, but not even in their 40s and 50s, men start to not to want to deal with women anymore because it's all of this that's built up and all of this attitude and all of this, everything is the men's fault and nothing is her fault. She didn't speak anything about herself. Yeah, just notice how there's nothing about anything that she did, any problems with her, any reasons why or how she could have adapted and made changes and made better decisions to have a better life. Her life outcomes are somebody else's fault. They're always unaccountable. And that's why you can't deal with any of their excuses. We get these women talking about why did you ask them why do they have babies with all these men, or why did she stay with a man for all these years, and it's always about he's a narcissist and I was abused and I was controlled and blah blah blah, and it's always about a man, and you'll never hear accountability from these kind. And when you hear this kind of stuff, this is why you need to be straight stone cold, fellas, and just recognize a woman who makes a bunch of excuses is always going to have an excuse for why she doesn't have to do anything and she won't do anything. Well, I'm already out of here with this one. If you wouldn't mind liking up the video, subscribe, hit the bell to come back for the next time, but definitely hit me with that like, push us through the algorithm. You're about your 2007. I'm out.